Hello, hello, Ederson Oliveira here for the Solo Coder. Today I'll be talking about time to move on. So there might be a time on your Solo Coder career that you decide to move on to do something else. Maybe it's a different programming language, maybe it's a different technology, a different framework, and it can be either because you are just tired of doing the same thing all over again, or because the market is pressuring you to move on to something else. Your clients may be signaling that they want to use this other technology, and you recognize that, you hear that over and over again. So it's the market telling you that, hey, maybe it's time for you to give it a shot on that new technology. Now, whatever it is your reason of wanting to move on, the good thing is that as a solo coder, you have control over that. You have control over your time and over what you want to do next. It's not like you are working for somebody else and you have to convince other people that, hey, we need to use this new technology here, we need to use this new framework here. You need to convince them. No, if you're working on your own, you can just move on your own terms, on your own time, whenever you feel it's appropriate and it's your agenda. Again, you are working on your own agenda. Now, you also need to be mindful and aware of whether or not the market that you are on, the technology, the framework, the programming language that you are working on, if they are fading away or if they are growing. Because you don't want to be caught out of guard and all of a sudden you see that, hey, the market that used to be here, it's no longer here. Of course, you will be able to identify that over time because you will be either, most likely you'll be getting less and less clients over time. So you should be on the lookout for those things. Now, there's a very good tool from Google called Google Trends that you can see the trends on your industry and compare that across different options that you might be considering. So this is a quick chart that I just did, and I did a bunch of those for experimentation of comparing different technologies and different programming languages and databases and things in general that we can see on Google Trends. The URLs will be all listed on the comment section. This is just a simple example. Swift, which is the new programming language of iOS, compared to Objective-C, which is the older one. You see the chart here, it goes, Objective-C goes up, 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 and then all of a sudden you see Swift coming in, which is growing, and you can see Objective-C going down. Just stating the obvious here, because we know that Objective-C is going down as Swift gains popularity. Next one here, I've traced a bunch of different programming languages here as well, from C# to Visual Basic to PHP, Java, and you see them trending downwards, all of them. Now, it does mean that there's no demand anymore for those. Of course there is, and you can see comparatively, you can see which one has more demand. You can see that Java and PHP are in more demand, but they are all trending downwards. You can use this to evaluate your next move. Are you going to move to a programming language that is growing or that is shrinking? Another one here, I've just compared a few other programming languages, PHP, Ruby, Python, and as you can see, most of them are trending down, but Python is trending up. So hey, if you are considering shifting your coding career, maybe Python could be an option for you, just for the fun of it. And forgive me if you are still working with those, but I've plotted here Fortran, COBOL, and Pascal as well, so you can see a downward trend. A few CMSs, you see WordPress trending up, and it's going down, and you see the same trend with Joomla and Drupal as well. The big arc of their lifespan, and then some other new CMSs that are coming out there. You can see all of them trending up. This is my niche, and I can see it trending down, and I have to be mindful and aware of that. And I am. Peak was back in 2006. Different databases as well. You can see all of them trending down, but MongoDB, you cannot see much here, but it's trending up. Now, I've plotted just MongoDB isolated, so you can see it's trending up, 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 up. Again, interesting option if you are more focused on the database side of things. JavaScript, trending down, 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 but JavaScript frameworks trending up. As you can see, Angular is up there, and a few other technologies here. You can see Microsoft Azure, which is a big competitor of Amazon AWS. As you see, both of them trending up, up, up. Last but not least, we see Internet of Things switches trending up, up, up. Maybe an interesting area for you to focus your next move. So this is one place, Google Trends, that you can see what's going on across different technologies and specifically with your technology. One last note here, some people will be pissed that I mentioned this, but I will mention anyway. Another way of seeing whether or not your market is gaining popularity or not is to go to a local user group. See the audience there. First of all, see if there's a user group. If there is a user group, this is a good point already. But go to the user group and see who's around. See if you see more, youngsters, or if you see more, mature guys, gray hairs. I have a few here. So see what do you see most there. If you see a lot of youngsters, most likely this is a sign that it's an upcoming technology. If you see a mix of them, that's great. It's a mature market. If you see most mature people, gray hairs, maybe it's a sign that, hey, this is trending down. In any case, don't be pissed at me. I mean, I'm included there. I have gray hair as well. That's it. Slack peeps, questions, comments. Question to you, are you in a mature market? How is your technology trending right now? That's it for now. Thank you very much and bye.